listeners, to the AIBiz podcast where innovation meets intention. I'm your host, Sana, as always, and today's episode, listeners, is more than just a tech talk. We are diving deep into how AI, or artificial intelligence, can amplify thought leadership, but only when fueled by real human insight. And listeners, my guest today brings a rare blend of spiritual depth, entrepreneurial mastery, and podcasting prowess. He's a Christian immigrant from the Middle East, a New York Times best-selling author, the voice behind over 850 podcast episodes, and a mentor who has helped people scale businesses from 6 to 9 figures. And listeners, he's on a mission to help entrepreneurs not just win financially, but show up with purpose, integrity, and heart. So let's explore how AI can be a tool, but not the master, in building authentic thought leadership with Nicky Billou. So, Nicky, welcome to the show. And as always, it is an extreme honor to have you here with us.
Thank you, Sana. Great to be here.
Wonderful, wonderful. Nikki, let's start at the heart. You believe business is a people's game, not a numbers game. So how does that philosophy translate when using AI tools in your thought leadership journey?
Listen, AI is a fantastic development in the history of humanity because it's allowing us to get things done way more quickly than we ever have before. You would agree, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and that makes it possible for folks like you, folks like me, to really be able to make something wonderful happen inside of our businesses that maybe in the past would have taken us like days or weeks. Now we can do it in hours or even minutes. Yeah, that's the beauty of AI. Um, but AI can never take the place of a human being and the humanity of a human being, right? And it's very important that if you're trying to develop your own expertise, that you spend some time doing some original thinking, right? So, for example, let's say you're an expert in health, okay? You better have taken the time to experience a few things in health, think about them deeply, and write them down because that's what's going to have your expertise be real and relevant. Now, you can then use AI to expand on what you've learned, to expand and put it in the form of, say, modules for a coaching program or a speech. AI can really accelerate that process, but the baseline thinking, the original thinking has to come from you.
True. I agree. Because if everyone uses AI to become healthcare experts, where is the differentiation? Where is the credibility? Where's the originality of that?
Well, there isn't, right? And you can go on AI and say, okay, how do I help someone lose weight? But if you've never gone through the process of actually helping someone do it,
Yeah.
then it's not real. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
theory that you instead of reading in a book got it from AI. You have to actually have gone through the process of doing it and creating the result. Otherwise, you're not a thought leader. You're just like an AI repeater. You know what I mean?
Yeah. True, true, true. And Nikki, you also have helped experts become branded thought leaders. So I also would personally would love to have a kind of a revisit into it before we dive deep into the next part. How exactly do you define a thought leader? Are they the ones those who have like achieved some kind of enlightenment or a very different, unique overview about how things get done in the world? What, what exactly makes you a thought leader?
Well, that's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I like to describe it like this. Like, let's draw a contrast between an expert. Because an expert is someone who knows something, right? But experts are a dime a dozen and they're invisible. But a thought leader is someone who's known for knowing something. They are rare and valuable and very visible. Another way to put it is an expert is like a cover band, while a thought leader plays original music. Okay. When you're a thought leader, your expertise has been tested and tried in the marketplace of ideas to the point that people go, yes, this works. And this person knows what they're talking about, and I want to work with them. That's the difference between being an expert and a thought leader. You become a thought leader and you're known for what you know, it's easier to attract clients rather than having to just constantly knock on doors to try to get them to come your way.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. And then does that need a next level of greatness or some kind of privilege?
Well, once you become known,
Mhm.
uh, it becomes easier for you to attract clients, to do speeches to significant groups, to make more money, and to have your material be available in books on social media. It can be really fantastic.
Hmm. Hmm. Right. And thank you for defining that, Nikki. And now let's try to understand. So, um, in your view, Nikki, what part of that process of becoming a branded thought leader must remain distinctly human? Even as AI takes over more and more content creation.
So there's a difference between creating content and doing original thinking. Yeah. Like a
Okay.
lot of people say, hey, you got to create more content, put stuff out there. And I think that's important. Don't get me wrong, it's very important.
Mhm.
But if you haven't done the original thinking below it and you haven't tested the hypothesis, then like the example we gave before of someone in the health field,
Yeah.
if you want to help someone lose weight as an example, right? You can go on AI and say, give me a weight loss plan. And AI will give you that. And it can sound really good. But if you've never actually helped someone lose weight, you're not a thought leader. You're just an AI repeater. You just read something on AI, you said, that sounds good, I'm going to put it out there. You have no real expertise. It's all sizzle, no steak there. You follow me?
Yeah.
And it's very important that if you're hiring somebody, you want to hire a doctor to perform surgery on your heart who read about it on AI, or do you want to hire a doctor to perform surgery on your heart who's done 150 heart surgeries successfully?
Mm-hmm. Hmm. And uh, I have seen folks uh, get trapped in over automation, like if we are looking at cold emails or messages on LinkedIn,
Mm.
they are kind of going through the same format and everything. So it's kind of creating a rut or a redundancy, same kind of format, same kind of messaging. And I think that's where, although AI can help us with more content creation, but the originality and the authenticity, it's definitely it's a human thing. It cannot be replicated by AI.
It cannot. It cannot. And listen, you can read about heart surgery as much as you want, but if you've never performed it, you're not an expert. You're not a thought leader. You're just someone who read about it somewhere. It takes doing something. You know what I mean? And at the moment, right? Theory does not beat experience. Experience beats theory.
Yeah, true, true. And that can be really that can invite a lot of discussion on it. But I absolutely agree with you. Not only in content creation, in entrepreneurship, in personal lives, experiences, they give us that clarity to embrace unseen, unforeseen challenges and circumstances. Because but
Yes.
we also should have that nudge, that inclination towards learning from them. And Nikki, talking about
Yes.
yeah, you have published 11 books, and that's
Yes.
awesome. Yeah, and you have also hosted two long-running shows. Um, so what role, I mean,
Yes.
if there is any, has AI played in scaling your creative process recently? I mean, are you using it or not? I mean, is it
Very much so.
okay?
Very much so. We use it all the time. We use it all the time. So, as an example, we're doing a 4-day workshop in Canada where I live, and
Okay.
we have basically we're teaching people how to create um, videos of their expertise. So we had them come up with a few of their um, intellectual property statements. And then we said, okay, great, you've created this. Uh, Fantastic. Here's what I want you to do now. Um, Take this statement of expertise and
Mhm.
ask AI to come up with a 45-second um, video shooting script to explain this more deeply. Have it say it in your original voice. So we have people, load up their voice, and there's some tools we have them use in order to discover what their voice is.
Mhm.
Boom, upload it, and then uh, Chat GPT or Grok 4 will
Yeah.
come up with a nice shooting script, and then review the script. And then we put you up in front of a camera and with a director, and boom, you shoot yourself a beautiful video. So that's
Mm.
one thing we've done with AI. Secondly, um, I've used AI to come up with some really excellent uh, modules for creating a program. So,
Mm.
as an example, let's say you're creating a 10-week coaching program, and you have like the 10 modules that you want to create, right? You've thought of what lesson you want to do each week. We
Mhm.
upload we upload the titles of each of those lessons, and we ask ChatGPT and say, okay, create a 45-minute coaching module with some interactive exercises for each one of these. Boom. ChatGPT comes back, it's created the modules, they're ready. Then you've got yourself a coaching program created from beginning to end. AI is really beautiful for doing that. Let's say you maybe want to do a presentation, right?
Mhm.
On a topic. So I speak about thought leadership. I speak about podcast guesting. I go, give me a 20-minute podcast guesting um, slide deck. It'll
Mhm.
do it. And
Mm.
AI is really, really good at helping you come up with content like that based on your underlying level of expertise that you fed into it.
Exactly, exactly. And that's where the differentiation lies, in the prompt and the input that you give. And
Yes.
and accordingly the output differs. And that input, it comes from your human experiences and expertise.
Yes. 100%.
Mm.
Agreed. It's very good.
And Nikki, a bit of a um, question towards faith and then spirituality. I mean, as a Christian business owner, um, how do you navigate the ethical boundaries of AI use, if any, while staying aligned with your faith and values?
Well, that's a good question. And I think it's a longer and deeper discussion than we'll have time for today.
Okay.
But suffice it to say, I believe for myself, it's very important to have a code of conduct that I move forward on. And my faith informs what that code of conduct is. And I use that code of conduct to do good things and correct things and not do terrible things.
Mm.
You know what I mean? The people who are putting these AI tools together, they want to understand how to use AI for as well. And I know they're giving it a lot of thought. People like Elon Musk and Sam Altman have given it a lot of thought. Um, and the more they think about this, the better it is for the rest of us. But we also need to think about how we're going to use anything, be it AI, be it our, business skills in sales and persuasion, in a way that's humane and ethical and uh, doesn't take advantage of people, instead uplifts people.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And connecting with this only, it's a bit of a contradictory uh, and towards skepticism. Like uh, there's a lot of criticism around AI right now, and I've seen a lot of videos talking about this, supported by research as well. That uh, AI is kind of making us mentally lazy. Especially cognitive abilities, our abilities to think, create, and it is also making us spiritually disconnected. So,
Yes,
one who values mental health and faith, Nikki, do you see AI as a threat to deep human thinking?
it can be for sure. If you use it in order to get lazy, that's why I think you need to do your thinking independently from AI initially.
Hmm.
So people need to recognize what AI is good for and what it's not good for. That's very important. So it all depends on the individual, and I believe in free will. I believe in freedom. So if you want to live a life as a lazy person, it's not going to be a very good life for you. If you want to live a life as a person who pushes himself to do hard things, it's going to be a very good life for you. Choose.
Oh, yeah, that's bold. And then, 100%, I agree with you. Yeah. Great. So, any quick practical ways, Nikki, that you would like to leave with our listeners, if they, especially the entrepreneurs who are listening to this, how they can use AI right now to accelerate thought leadership?
Well, I don't know about quick, but if you're using AI, you should constantly be asking yourself, what can it help me do more efficiently? Um, and I would suggest getting a professional level of the AI that you use. So I've got Chat GPT. There's Grok 4, there's other ones as well. So at least have that basic level and then start thinking what other forms of AI you can use to
Yeah.
help you really take it to the next level. It's a beautiful thing if you do, and it's a terrible thing if you don't.
Yeah. That's I think it needs a lot of self-awareness, a lot of openness as well, and then clarity. Great. And Nikki, if our listeners they would like to connect with you, what would be the best way?
Well, I suggest they just type my name into
Mm.
um, any social media platform right now, except Facebook. Right now, for some reason, Facebook has decided to suspend my account, which is very strange. I'm trying to get that fixed.
Okay.
But other than Facebook, you can find me on most social media platforms. And I have the podcast, as you say. Go on iTunes or Spotify and look up my name, Nicky Billou. You can see my podcast, The Thought Leader Revolution and the Sovereign Man. And I also have written many books. So if you are a person who believes in becoming a leader, well, leaders are readers. So go to Amazon and get some of my books, and uh, that's a good way to get in touch with my thinking and have it help you and improve what you're trying to do in your world.
Lovely. I love that leaders are readers. That's
It's
true.
true, though. Don't you agree?
It is. It is. It is. It is. Um, Great. I'll make sure to have all the links in the show notes, Nikki, for our listeners. And thank you
Mm.
for this bold, unapologetic, powerful conversation because we didn't just talk about AI. We talked about intentional intelligence. Um, although
Thank you.
AI can be a facilitator, force multiplier, but it's our values, our vision, and voice that truly lead the way. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It's really great to be here with you.
And to all the listeners out there, if today's episode sparked something in you, share this with someone who needs to hear it out. And as always, keep building with heart, purpose, and a little help from the smart tools out there. Until next time, this is AIBiz and I'm your host, Sana, signing off. Thank you.
Thank you.